I'm very anxious right now because I want to make this video just be so good. Like, I don't want it to have any stutter, any errors of me, the way that I talk. And then at the same time, I just want to be really raw.
I feel like very sad, very disappointed, very annoyed at myself. I'm just so tired of my over drinking.
My philosophy for myself in my life has been that I have to be in complete inner chaos to know what it means to feel peace. I had a period in my life where I considered myself an alcoholic. I craved alcohol. I needed it. I craved that feeling. I drank alone in my room, listened to sad music. I liked just sitting in that feeling and playing the same series of memories over and over again in my head. It made me feel like I was reliving those moments. I remember the good memories, but I also remembered the memories where I would mess up, where I wouldn't be my sober self. I can't say that it wasn't me. At first, I wouldn't take that accountability. If I overdrank and I did something that I wouldn't do sober or said something that I wouldn't do sober, I would blame it on, well, I was intoxicated. That's not how I am. After some time and some self-reflecting, I ended up realizing that I wasn't taking accountability. I was so focused on playing the victim. It's fucking embarrassing, and I don't get embarrassed. I would think to myself, why don't people understand that if I do something dumb when I'm under the influence, that it's not me?
I never like to talk about this because it makes me disappointed in myself. There's moments where I overdrink, and I've been like, it's happened where things could be really dangerous if I was alone, if no one was there to help me.
Drinking made me feel better. The feeling I would get, the buzz, I liked it. But after months, I realized I no longer would quote unquote feel better. I still, would go out and drink. But then I made another realization. I know that I was just in a habit.
Yeah, I hadn't allowed myself to just feel like sad.
I'm not upset that I decided to have this going out era, and I still go out from time to time. I like dancing, meeting new people. And at one point in my life, I looked forward to wanting to make out with a stranger. I am not going to lie. Again, I'm not saying that I'm never going to do those things again, but it's not something that I need or that I want as much as I used to before. I loved hitting on people and conversating, having that casual talk with others my age. But now I'm at a point where I don't crave the going out. I just do it because it's fun and I'm young, but my priorities have definitely changed.
This part of myself, I don't like to talk about it, but I need to talk about it because it's something that I've never talked. Well, maybe I have talked about it briefly, and then I decide to not share it when I record, and I just delete the video. I have an over drinking problem. And I never ever thought I would get here. I don't know if it sounds fucked up, but truly, if I didn't have that drinking problem, I would see myself in a more high light. I wouldn't think I'm perfect, but I would definitely, I know that when I'm sober, I'm such an amazing person, dude. I'm so loving, I'm so forgiving, I'm so understanding. And then when I drink, I'm in, dangerous things can happen, if I'm at a club and I get too fucked up, and I don't know what could happen, There's been so many times, more than once, where it's like serious. It's like this could have happened, you know, because I was in this state of mind. And time after time, I get to this moment where I'm like, in a way, it makes me more spiritual in the sense of like being in this state of mind, in this process of like learning this addiction, living this addiction, the different stages of like feeling guilt, disliking that, forgiving myself, being humbled. And I'm like, I'm gonna stop drinking, I'm gonna take a break, and then I get back into it. And I swear to God, there's been moments where I don't feel like drinking, and I'm like, I'm gonna go buy an alcoholic drink. Like, I don't even feel like drinking, and somehow I'm like, I should buy it. I need to get to this state of mind. I need to be this tipsy right now. That's what I tell myself, and I literally don't feel like it. Like, not all the time, but a lot of the time. I don't get it. I don't get why I'm trying to escape myself sometimes when I love how I think. But again, in a way, I'm glad that I'm living this addiction to really understand this state of mind. And it's just like overeating, you know. I know that I'm gonna keep gaining weight. Yeah, I'm enjoying this simple pleasure, this short-term thing. And I'm like, most of my beautiful moments have been when I've been sober. Why do I choose to drink? I've been so lucky. I've been so lucky to have people to take care of me. And then I fucking do it again. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. I feel like this strong sense of I'm not gonna drink. I'm gonna just... Like, I have felt it. I felt that motivation. Where I truly thought I was gonna go sober. I truly believed it in my heart and in my soul. I'm like, I got humbled. I learned I had an over drinking problem. Next. But I guess that's just how weak-minded I can be. And that's what makes me really sad. Because in a way, I view myself as a strong individual. Like, once I overcome this, I'm just like, not even overcoming it. I mean, in a sense, I am a strong person by being aware of this and feeling empathy towards this problem that I have. Because I know that I will overcome it. But because I haven't overcome it yet, I can't be in another state of mind yet. But I had to share this. I had to say it out loud. Because I want to move on from this. And it's not going to be easy. It's not overnight. But it's part of my story, and I'm going to own my story. That mistake that I have within me of choosing to drink more, that flaw that resides within me, I accept it. And I want to fix it. I want to heal that. I'm so tired of drinking and chasing that feeling. And frankly, it's because this last time that I drank, I was so sad. And it's happened before. I was just sitting in a state of sadness and tipsiness at the same time. I'm like, I don't like this feeling. Like, at the end of the day, I don't like it. Whenever I'm sober, dude, I like that. I like who I am. So I'm like, why do I choose to be in another state of mind if I'm such an amazing person within sober? And it makes me think of just life. I'm like, is this happening on purpose? You know, my life is already written. Like, I'm just supposed to be living this. And then I'm like, am I just making an excuse for not owning that I'm choosing to do this? Am I making an excuse, or is it genuinely like I don't have too much willpower? It's just destined for me to live things a certain way to then be able to create other things. You know, because now I've always wanted to write a film. And I've always had it in the back of my mind that, like, whenever I live, I want to portray that. And just how I view life. And I remind myself that, you know, as much as I want to do that film, the real film is happening now, which is me, my experiences, my life. And this is just, again, part of my story. And I own it. I own my story. I'm not perfect. No one is perfect. I'm just so tired. I'm tired of the same pattern that I keep choosing to relive. It's really upsetting of me. And I just sit in this feeling and this emotion in this moment. And then hope for the best. Hope for more improvement on my side.
Now, thanks to my experience, I'm able to reflect on other people's experiences. I often say this, but the more that I can see myself and understand myself, the more I can see the other person. The easier it becomes to not judge. Are you recording? I'm living in a whole new experience to be gaslighted by myself and doing something that I was never going to be, and that's an alcoholic. I'm not saying, I didn't want to say the word because I could be considered not one, you know? But I think honestly it's just the different severities of it. And even before recording this video, I was craving the soju because I had leftover from a party and they're just sitting in the bottom of my bed. I've always been a confident person, but I did get to a point to where I started to feel a little shy and would want to drink in order to gain that confidence. Once I noticed that, I was like, no, that's not me. I'm going to be confident without alcohol. I want people to think that I'm perfect. That's what I want, my ego. And my humble side. It's like, Cassandra, you're 22. You're someone that is very, very expressive. Who I am in my conscious level is not anywhere near. It's the complete opposite of when I overdrink. I say things I don't mean. I behave in ways where I wouldn't sober. Don't get me wrong. Every time that I've drank, I have an overdrink. And I've drank pretty often. I would be in a battle with myself where I would say, I'm young and I should enjoy going to the clubs and to this club. And like, my valid reason is that I'm young, right? And then the other side of me is just so tired. It's like, bro, like, I know that meeting hot people isn't long-term happiness. And then, like, I started actually being more consistent with the gym, and I feel so good. And then I start eating good. I start eating my green juices. I start uploading videos again on YouTube. And then I mess up again. And it's like I have to have so much compassion. But I'm also just so tired of my bullshit. I'm like, how have I not learned? And I don't want to make this video. I don't want people to know that about me. And with the more reason is why I want to make it. Because it's like, I know that I'm going to be someone. I am already someone. So I want to say the word big in the sense that, like, I know that I will have a big impact on people. Because I feel that that's my mission. To help myself, and by helping myself, helping others. And with that, I want to share so much vulnerability. If someone asks me, why do you keep making the same mistake of over drinking, if you know that you can't control alcohol, I will say, because I think that I can control it every single time. My pride doesn't want to admit that I can't hold my liquor all the time. I'm not guaranteeing that I'm never going to make an over drinking mistake again. What I feel and think right now is that I no longer am dependent on that feeling. And I'm also not saying that I'm never going to go out with family and friends. I just want to share my experience with alcohol. I can't say what the future holds, but what I feel today is clarity. I want to say for the rest of my life, but I can't guarantee that. Like, I can't guarantee to know how I'm going to act in 10 years. Or I don't know what the future holds. All I know is that I need a detox. And I didn't think I would ever live a life as an alcoholic. But here I am. It's my testimony. I would choose to see it as something that I could just grow from. And it humbled me a lot. I've always been an understanding person. But this gave me even more compassion for others in a way that I wouldn't believe that it could. But at the end of the day, I know that what I truly want is to prioritize.
Or I wish I could go back and know this, but
what Cassandra needs.
I'm gonna experience whatever's in front of me and follow my intuition in the moment whenever I can, as much as I can. But I know that I'm not perfect, and I'm not gonna not validate my actions when I've hurt people with my words, or just hurt them by behaving in a way that's not me.
A process means you can create the same pattern / mistake again, but have more awareness. No one else feels what you feel, thinks what you think, exactly the way you do. And experiencing that is a gift.
I feel like, as I analyze it, as I'm getting older, I haven't allowed myself to grow without the alcohol. Part of me doesn't believe in myself. The other part of me believes in myself so much that I know that I'm gonna have such a great impact on people's life. And what's funny is that I'm about to go to work like this. But I had to just let it out. I had to just let my feelings be. Because I need to be so compassionate with myself. It's part of my story. It's part of my process, my mistakes. And I just need to grow from them, even if it's repeated patterns. Unfortunately, that's what my consequence. I've lost friends due to my actions, my words. And I'm glad that they stopped being friends with me. At first, I was hurt that they just left, but I feel like this is the first time that I say it out loud that I'm glad that they left, because I could have potentially kept over drinking and making stupid decisions, just saying dumb shit. But I'm gonna have compassion, because I would be compassionate for someone else if they lived the exact same life as me. I would be so understanding, and that goes with anyone, not just me. With people that have hurt me as well, I've accepted it. I've not taken it personally. But yeah, I feel a little bit better. I feel like I was just so angry today that I had to admit that it was due to sadness and not anger. Disappointment for myself that I don't just fucking grow. Like, why do I have to repeat a pattern? Okay, I have to go to work.
September 17, 2024. I don't have to be so hard on myself. Like, I can have a drink, I can eat chips. The completely shutting down a concept of what I will do for the rest of my life is unnecessary. I will continue to make mistakes and have moments in my life where I'm like, fuck it, this is whatever, and I'm gonna do this unhealthy thing. Don't prohibit things forever. That's what causes overthinking. What's important is my priority, and that's leading with love, not forgetting my essence and experiences. Don't be so hard on yourself. Live. I'm so conscious of the factor that everyone's in their own process, and everyone's gonna acknowledge things that they need to acknowledge when their time comes, if it ever comes. And it's just very spiritual, very, very spiritual. Because I feel so connected to God and myself that I'm just so thankful for Cassandra and my experiences. And because I feel that, and I've accepted things in my life, like so many just experiences and obstacles and the pain that I've gone through, not in a victimizing way, but in a seeing my life unfold. It's so freeing that I know that people are going to be, like I said, in their own process. And because they're going to be in their own process, I don't need to do anything. I can't do anything except feeling love within. And then with that love that I feel, it's just going to go to people without me even having to try. It's just me focusing on myself. And it's so cliche, but it literally is so true. Because I see it, I experience it. And now that I'm going back to feeling connected with myself again, like a lot, like really connected, and seeking more creative projects, I feel really good.
I said it and I will say it again. This is the end of an era. This is the end of me. Of me wanting to go back into the same fucking pattern. It's not okay. It's simply not okay. And I know that, and I want to put this in my film now.
Something that I've been trying to apply recently is forgiveness to myself. My message in making this video is for people to forgive themselves. And it's not an easy thing to do. Because ideally, I want to be perfect, but that's just never going to be the case. I know that no one's perfect. And I've always been so understanding about others. Like, I don't know why that's just always been my essence, to accept others how they are and not want to change them. But with myself, part of me wants to continue this video. I don't even know if I'm going to upload this, honestly, because the things that I do are for me. When I do videos, it's for me to look back on them. And if someone learns something through it, then that's amazing. But ultimately, I was raised in a way where I should always be expressive. But yeah, I'm living my story. And my experience is my own truth. And as long as I know my own truth, that's all that matters. I'm young, I'm learning, Cassandra. You're never going to have everything figured out. You're constantly going to be learning. And I just think it's beautiful for you to express your feelings the way that you do. Continue doing that, but don't get consumed by your emotions. It's an everyday thing. All the lessons that you've learned, and there's going to be times where you're going through the same lesson 10 years from now. You know, it's life. Like, I literally am here, and the human experience, and that's how I see it. I'm just experiencing whatever this is. July 5th, 2024. Little by little, I feel the confidence I used to feel in middle school. I wouldn't be as conscious about what I would do. I was selfish in the sense that I just did what I wanted, but I wouldn't do any harm. I've stayed humble, which is good. I just need to continue doing whatever the fuck I want while being self-aware. The ultimate perspective that shall not change. I shall continue leading with my heart in the sense of staying aware of others' emotions, but I shall prioritize being selfish when it comes to what's healthiest for me. Keep moving forward, live the whole journey. May 28, 2024. I'm sad. I feel so much pain and sadness, but at the same time, I deserve this. I'm gonna go to the gym after writing this. I fucked up more than once. Stop the procrastination. If anything, I should be thankful. On a good note, and I'm feeling that essence that I used to because feel of my alcoholism. God has helped me so much. I am and my experiences. June 9, 2024. I'm thankful for who I am. I cannot lose that part. I have allowed myself to feel like shit, but I will keep going no matter what because I need to continue following my dream life. I literally can't control my liquor, and I'm embarrassed by that. Alcohol brought out my worst sides of me. At times I think to myself that things are planned. I wouldn't be sober. Unless my perspective is just adaptable and wanting to view things in a certain way. Surrender. Thank you, God, for always wanting the best for me. I'm glad I'm Cassandra and think the way I do. My essence is to love profoundly, no matter what. April 22nd, 2024. As the days are passing by, it's so interesting to me how quick every moment just passes by. It's scary, but at the same time I like it. Especially when I'm going through a hard time. I know it just makes me say that it doesn't last forever. I used to journal during this process that I've had. It was a very tough chapter in my life because I felt numb. I felt unmotivated. And I didn't feel like myself because I wasn't this positive, joyful Cassandra. I'm not saying that I'm always that, but majority of the time I lead with that. April 1st, 2024. My ego is just shattered because I was someone I said I'd never be. My actions became a pattern, and I didn't become self-aware of how it affected others. I was just selfish. I haven't been craving alcohol. On the contrary, I'm put off by the idea of it. It's a feeling of guilt, ashamed, disappointed, and just something like I don't want to do often. It's unfortunate, all the bad things that I've been through from that, but it's necessary for me to know I shouldn't be doing that. I know this time is for me to have aspirations. I just don't know as to what. I'm feeling happier again because I'm getting my old self back. The one that had gotten over going crazy. The one that would be okay with being alone and do projects. Not attached, just focused on me. My mind keeps wanting to lie to me and get me paranoid. It's so impressive and powerful to see and be in this state of awareness. Knowing that my mind tries to scare me with things that didn't happen, but it tries to find evidence on backing it up. But I won't let it beat me. I'm in control with not allowing that fear within me. Allow thoughts to be, but at the end of the day, gain back in the state of awareness. I am fearless. April 6, 2024. I know I won't drink tonight because again, I know it won't satisfy me, but I do feel semi-anxious and overwhelmed by the desire for it. I'm just going to focus on either writing, watching a show, music, or sleep. April 17, 2024. Making mistakes the way I've done are things that make me feel like I don't recognize myself. It makes me think I'm not in control. God has everything planned, and the only reason I bring up God for my shitty experiences that I've caused is because every time the experience is over with, I feel like I gain new insight and understanding towards the world and about myself. Like, I shouldn't have expectations for who I am, because when you have a blueprint, and I'm stealing this from Tony Robbins, of who you think you are. Sorry, this is just not it. I want to stop recording and just redo this thing, but no, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just really uncomfortable and I feel stressed, and I don't like how the phone's right there. I want to put it somewhere else. The reason why I stopped making videos is because I'm tired of this. I'm tired of not being perfect. I'm tired of just not getting it right. I just don't want to mess up. I don't want to make mistakes. I'm not going to cut out alcohol in my life because I know that it's part of vibing. But I just, it's not my priority anymore. Vibing, I mean, like if you're going out to eat, right, and then you're like wine tasting, or that's an activity, or you're going out to eat with some friends and y'all want to get a drink, and or you're at a campfire and you want to get a drink, right? I can do that sober, of course, I know that I can. But there's moments to where when alcohol is involved, it makes a good moment a really, like, you just bring up things that you wouldn't sober, or things just happen that wouldn't happen sober in a good way. Of course, there's the bad things, but I don't want to just focus on the bad things. Like, there's alcohol. When you have fun, when you go out with your friends, like, I've had amazing moments to where I wouldn't want to just completely cut it out of my life. When I get snippets of me, like, being sober for a specific amount of time, I don't know how to word it, but I'm just like on a walk. I'm just like, the things that I see in my day-to-day, like, just randomly, I get that consciousness where I'm like, I missed this. I missed just being alone. I missed just riding my bike. Again, it's fun to go out, but I feel like I just got so tired of it consecutive, that it was so, like, consistently. I don't want snippets anymore. I want the real thing, you know. But that just more time has to happen, and I accept that. I accept my past, and I don't want to dwell in it. I no longer think about the past too much. It makes me evolve, and I will bring it up from time to time, but ultimately I don't want to be consumed by that. And why I say that is, just being fat, just all the unhealthy things. Obviously, it's not easy. If anything, I take pride in becoming better. Like, literally the motivational speakers that I've heard, celebrities, even regular people that I know, not too many, but those few ones that take the things that they go through and the mistakes and all that, and then make it into just something so beautiful, is what I'm gonna do. But the more love that I pour into myself, the more kindness I spread, the better I feel in being able to give my positive energy and radiate that joyfulness into others. What's essential is whenever one recognizes something and then has the consciousness in wanting to follow what they feel is most aligned in that moment. Later, I can reflect back on this film or just any other situations in my life. It's either accept it or regret it for the rest of my life, and I choose to just accept everything. Maybe not right away, but it's the way that has helped me the most. Ew. Hell no.